stand back. I'm gonna kick my butt.
The unexpected announcement of a fourth Kung Fu Panda movie gives fans of the franchise cause for celebration. After 8 years, Kung Fu Panda 3's sequel has raised several questions that have been bothering fans for a long time, and now we might finally get some answers.
Bring some justice!
Po's mother was killed by Lord Shen and his wolves during the massacre of her home village. Her only previous appearance was in Po's dreams and memories in Kung Fu Panda 2. And Lee mentions her sacrifice in the third installment when Shen and his soldiers briefly relive her final moments in flashback. Po's mother has only ever been shown in flashbacks. There has never been an official confirmation of her passing. While it's assumed that her absence indicates that she's probably gone, Po's father was once assumed to be dead as well, but he ultimately made reappearance. If Po's mother has indeed died, Kung Fu Panda 4 would need to put her death to rest, either by revealing her in spirit form or by having the characters discover the precise circumstances surrounding her demise. It will significantly help fans find closure regarding this important issue. One of the longest-running animated franchises still producing new material is Kung Fu Panda, which has a ton of TV episodes in addition to its film releases. However, the movie should make it official how old Po is supposed to be because it's a bit of a puzzle. In contrast to Lord Shen's assertion that he had waited 30 years to kill Po, Po's adoptive father stated that he had raised Po for 20 years. It is mentioned in Kung Fu Panda 3 that Mr. Ping, Po's adoptive father, raised Po for 20 years before telling him he was adopted. However, it isn't even shown or mentioned that Shen started using fireworks as a weapon before he attacked the panda village, or that he attacked the village and was banished 20 years prior. Po's true age should be revealed in Kung Fu Panda 4 to put an end to any speculation regarding the variation in his age.
The leader.
What is it you're holding?
A cookie?
You were chosen to become something more than you already are.
Kung Fu masters are shown in Kung Fu Panda 3 to enter the spirit realm after they pass away. Next up is the Underworld, a spiritual realm that appears in Kung Fu Panda World. It is primarily populated by demons, but where ordinary mortals end up is a mystery, especially since Po didn't teach everyone how to control their chi until the third film. The goal of Kung Fu Panda 4 is to broaden the franchise's universe by illustrating a place to which non-Kung Fu Panda people are sent when their time comes. Not only would it solve the mystery surrounding Po's mother's purported death, but she might make an appearance in the afterlife.
Let's finish this. That's our boy!
Why would Po choose someone else to be the next Dragon Warrior? A title that has been considered the greatest accomplishment for any living thing in this universe for 3 consecutive films. What qualifies Jen to become the next Dragon Warrior? If it is true that this title can be passed down, then why would Po grant this authority and influence to a stranger as he decides to look for an heir, instead of choosing someone he doesn't initially get along with and probably doesn't trust? Why wouldn't he at least pick someone he knows well? Because there can only be one Dragon Warrior, Po. The title's original significance and subtlety stem from the fact that the idea of the Dragon Warrior is more about Po than it is a title. The universe must select the Dragon Warrior because they are legendary beings. There is only one person, and that person is Po.
Sweet.
Fans undoubtedly wonder if Kung Fu Panda 4 will live up to the hype as one of the most anticipated DreamWorks films of the future. In Kung Fu Panda 3, Po taught the pandas and the residents of the valley how to fight, so everyone may be now competent in combat. It's interesting to see if everyone is a fighter by now, since this kind of negates the importance of the Furious 5 and Po protecting them. The director of Kung Fu Panda 4, Mike Mitchell, makes it clear that the Furious 5 will make an appearance in the most recent Kung Fu Panda film. However, since Po will be on a mission to train the new Dragon Warrior, what will their purpose be if the people of the valley, who have always been shown to be cowardly, may now act differently and finally stand for themselves?
I've seen Kai. I've seen what he can do. but he hasn't seen what I can do.
In the first Kung Fu Panda, Tai Lung's fate seems pretty clear-cut. When Po finally shows off his mastery of the fabled Wuxi finger hold at the height of Tai Lung's unstoppable resistance, it is an epic showdown for sure. The move completely erases any memory of Tai Lung while unleashing a shockwave akin to an atom bomb. The snow leopard's demise is never further explained in the movie, but it is implied that Tai Lung was destroyed by the finger hold. But with a revelation that the Wuxi finger hold sends its victims to the spirit realm, the notably later Kung Fu Panda 3 appears to retcon this implied devour, abandoning the tonal oscillations of the Kung Fu Panda franchise. However, when General Kai from Kung Fu Panda 3 travels to the spirit realm in search of the plane's greatest Kung Fu warriors, Tai Lung is nowhere to be seen. Since Tai Lung is a villain that fans are still curious to learn more about, Kung Fu Panda 4 ought to include a reference to his whereabouts. In addition, Tai Lung's absence created a plot hole because Kai was pursuing the strongest fighters in the spirit realm, and Tai Lung should have been among them.
What I ever did, I did to make you proud! Tell me how proud you are, Shifu!
Even though Angelina Jolie has starred in a lot of fantastic films, many fans still rank Kung Fu Panda as one of the best. Unlike the other members of the Furious Five, her character, Tigress, has a stronger bond with Po and even suggests that they might be in love. She has always been the most notable of the Furious Five and has always had an influence on Po in his journey. She was particularly noteworthy in Kung Fu Panda 2 when she was shown breaking out of her shell and displaying what appeared to be affection for Po. It remains to be seen if the fourth film will choose to use this concept or not. In any case, if Po and Tigress are going to be a couple, Kung Fu Panda 4 needs to either make it official or clearly confirm their friendship.
I have to know. The hardcore can't understand.
Tigress, no!
The Chameleon is said to be able to summon villains from Po's past in the plot description. There is some freedom for speculation, even though it has been assumed that this refers to a full-on resurrection. On the question of whether the Chameleon can truly bring Po's former enemies back to life, there are differing opinions and contradicting reports. Some say that she can bring the dead back to life, while others assert that she just assumes their form to trick Po. Considering that Po has defeated villains in earlier films, let's assume that the Chameleon can really bring back villains. Isn't that a really simple way to give the impression that Po will have trouble vanquishing the antagonist in this film? To be honest, is this new villain really someone to be concerned about if all it takes to fight back is the abilities and reputations of past villains? Does she really represent a threat of any kind?
Once I possess the kung fu of every master villain,
No one will dare.
Other than the fact that the Tigress was an orphan cub when Master Shifu took her in, not much is known about her past. Tigress was pushed aside as Po eventually gained the title and spotlight. Even though she had dedicated her life to Kung Fu and aspired to become the Dragon Warrior, Kung Fu Panda 4 presents an ideal chance to restore Tigress's reputation by delving into her past and giving her a larger part of the story. The film might focus on her maturing, especially when she battles alongside Po against the Chameleon and any other evildoers the sorcerer might bring back to life.
Big, fat panda who treats it like a joke.
Po's dad's trip to the valley was the first time a panda had emerged into the open after decades of hiding due to Lord Shen's actions. It raises the question of whether pandas can now roam freely in the absence of Shen and Kai's threat. It's still unclear whether the pandas have chosen to explore the outside world at this point because Kung Fu Panda 3's ending still features them in their native habitat. To depict the pandas' current circumstances, Kung Fu Panda 4 should either show them in distinct environments or be confined to their own. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and we'll see you in the next video.
You finally met your match, Chameleon.
we're not so different, you and I.